We the people want our country back. And we're not asking you to give it back. We're telling you we're taking our country back.
Damn, you think you're free in this country? Okay. It's an illusion. You wait till your car doesn't start. They shut off the power on you. Ooh. You can't access your money in your bank account.
Oh, yeah.
They are building an electronic cage around you, around your children, their future. All these corrupt politicians are all a part of it. All of them.
Yeah, I say, like, throw all these corrupt politicians behind bars and throw the keys away. In fact, like, yeah, let's give it to, like, a space agency, okay, and fly that key to Mars, homie.
Every single one. You better have a plan.
Yeah, there's no plan, bro. We all live
Things
in
are going to get a lot worse.
One of the saddest things about the United States right now is how deeply unaware most American citizens are of what is coming for us in 2027. Because we've chosen not to. Everything else is so crazy, and we're all working too hard to get by. What's coming is going to hurt even more than what we're going through right now.
You know,
yeah, I wonder, like, what she's talking about, because, I mean, that sounds very generic, but sounds like she's on to, like, the AI data center stuff, right? And economy being obviously trash. Economy is trash right now. Wars, economy, taxes, and AI, data centers. That's what's happening. Digital footprint. It's just a number. You're just a number. I'm just a number. We're all just numbers, right? You're just nothing but social security number. Right, when you think about it, like, that's literally who we are. You guys, as soon as you have accepted what's called life. I never accepted that, but as soon as you accept it, okay, you are assigned a social security number.
You're not awake yet. There actually might not be any hope for you. Because they put it out there for you. They put it right in front of your face. Every single day, all day long, they put it in your face. It's up to you to choose to actually see it.
Escape the Matrix.
I quit my job recently, I guess, to add to the voices of Americans who are furious with the way things are going right now. You know,
I'm in Canada, so I'm with you on that one, brother. They got us overworking for what? For what? For what? To pay 50% taxes? Okay, it probably is better for, I guess, America, for you guys, alright? It might not be 50%, but, okay.
A good, cushy government job. Made decent money.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I just feel like I can't stand by anymore and watch these people in my country. I feel like we're seeing the last of a dying empire. And the people at the top are trying to squeeze every last bit they can from it and leave nothing for my kids and my grandchildren.
Dang. Okay, jokes aside, though, not real. Obviously, I try to keep it lighthearted and entertaining, but, like, for real, right? That's the trend that I'm seeing right now. A lot of people are having conversations about this, understandably and respectfully, right? And we're having that too now. And it seems like that people are waking up, and people are... I guess this is exactly what happens when governments do this to their own people, right? Lie, manipulation, and get their people, all the citizens, to be so overworked. Economy is so shit that you gotta work, right? You gotta work twice as hard, 3 times as hard. But again, though, like... back in the days, though, if you actually work twice as hard, 3 times as hard, you would get 2 times, 3 times ahead. But now it's getting up to the point where you have to work just to sustain it, and at times that you're not able to sustain it either. You need like 2, 3, 4 jobs. So people are literally like overworked, and the brains are cooked right now, and everybody's feeling the fatigue. And there's another word for it that's not coming up, but you know what I mean, right? Like everybody's overworked, and it seems like that there is no meaning. It's soulless. It's soul sucking, right? And then you got got the big daddy AI data centers looming around, plus couple that up with everything that's happening. I'm not sure if I would have that video already out on the channel or not, but I'm talking about the flock camera situation, and we also got the data center situation, so we've been covering that too. Yeah, so couple that up with everything, economy, dollar going down the drain. I mean, I'm in Canada, so for us it's even worse, right? If you think that US dollar is worse, well, too bad. Canadian dollars is even down under, okay? Yeah, so it's even worse for us here. If you think it's bad for you, well, look no further than just a little bit to the north. Canada right there. Yeah, right.
And I guess I feel like I can't stand around and let that happen anymore. So, yeah, I'll become self-employed, and I'm going to at least spend part of my time speaking into this camera to see if I can help someone out there, you know, wake up, deprogram.
Wake up!
Maybe start to look around and, you know, see what's happening, and to be able to kind of, I guess, decode a lot of the bullshit that's going on right now. This right-left paradigm that they've put everybody in.
Gang, left wing, right wing, bro, it's same, bro. Yes, like, pick your side, and that's cool, but what I'm trying to get at is, bro, it's the same wing, bro. Suckers don't give a damn. Politicians gonna be politicians. People get so mad over politicians that they never met with their actual families, though. You feel what I'm saying? That's like, okay, like, it's one thing to get mad. I mean, I still don't understand it, but okay, like, to make the long story short, understandable, if not understandable, but okay, like, whatever. Understandable to, like, fight over politicians with randoms on the internet, but it's like, suckers be fighting with their actual blood, with their family, over politicians that they never met and they will never meet. And you can definitely love one side, the side that you like. Absolutely love it, support it, whatever. That's cool. That's fine. That's fair. But point is, we gotta get together, y'all. We united, we stand. Divided, we fall. And I'm talking that like globally, not necessarily just like individually or left wing, right wing, or just whatever. Yeah, if we all unite, bro, like, they lose. Simply, they lose. Who is they? The governments, the elites, the billionaires, the ones that actually control everything, the ones that control our feed, and the feeds are designed to manipulate you and to make you hate one another over dumbass reasons, bro. Dumbass reasons. At times you might think it's legit, but hey, man, it's dumbass at the end of the day, because we're all going the same way, bro. We all going the same way. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter.
It's all bullshit. It's all WWE. It's all professional wrestling shit to keep you distracted from the power structure at the top.
I truly feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone right now. And I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm frustrated, and I don't understand how we are literally looking at the desecration of democracy in the United States of America right now. And I feel like nobody is talking about it. Like, you go out in public and nobody's talking about it. I go to work, nobody's talking about it.
Everybody's talking about it, but on the internet. But yeah, nobody's talking about it in real life. I mean, like, I do have these types of, well, not like full-fledged, but a little bit of these types of conversations with my homeboys out there. But it's not like anything. I mean, of course, on the internet, you guys gotta understand that it's like, obviously, on the internet, it's kind of exaggerated. But at times, it's also because on the internet, everybody feel like that they're untouchable. I think there's a little bit of that too. I'm not saying that in a wrong way. I just mean that on the internet, people feel freedom. I guess that would be a better choice of word. A lot of people feel a little bit free to speak their mind. Deep down, they know it's the algorithm. Okay, whatever. But on the internet, I feel like everybody feels like that they have their platform, so they can speak what they feel like. And okay, yeah, that's cool. But in reality though, it's nothing like that. On the internet would always exaggerate things. The truth is always in the middle. It's not that there's no truth in this exaggerated versions and everything that we see. There is truth, but it's in the middle. It's in the middle.
Talking about Love Island bullshit. It's just, I feel like everyone is sticking their head in the sand Our food is being contaminated.
Ooh,
we have no FDA regulations anymore. That's out the window. They're saying, oh, no, false positive. And yet people are just allowing it to happen and pretending like everything's going to be okay.
Well, my
it's not okay. When is the uprising going to start? Are we going to be the generation that just sits back and does absolutely nothing and doesn't say anything? Because I feel like that's the direction we're headed.
No. And America's food, bro, like, we've made a lot of videos. Yeah, America's food is some of the worst, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just the facts, bro. Like, the amount of chemicals. Canada ain't far behind, but Canada's food is only a bit better. European food is probably a lot better. That's what studies show. European food is much better, by miles. And I guess then it would be Asia. Not totally sure about Asia. I guess we gotta dive deeper into like the food. How is the food? Japanese food, yeah, Japanese food is much even better than European food, I guess, right? But America, ooh, you guys got some of the worst food ever. What I mean by the worst food ever? Tons of ingredients, right? Tons of chemicals. The food is literally chemicals with heavy metals on top, right? Arsenic, lead, all these chemicals that increases nothing but the probability of you catching cancer and all these diseases. And then comes Big Daddy Pharma, right? Yeah, like the system in America is literally designed, plus no healthcare, right? Or you guys got the healthcare, but I personally don't understand it too much. Yeah, definitely let me know how it works, because sometimes I hear from you guys that you guys got healthcare insurance, but you still gotta pay for it. It's not fully free, even when you pay for it. I hear that. I don't understand it, so like definitely put it in the comments so I understand it better. But it seems like that the way it's designed is like, yeah, Big Daddy Pharma, bad food, chemicals leads to people getting a lot more diseases. Diseases creates opportunities for the big pharma to bring you in, to not give you the cure, but to treat you. Treatments, so you become a customer, comes back over and over, and they profit, they make money. The money is not in the healthy nor the dead. The money is in the sick people. You know what I mean, right? And the money is also in the rumors of war, not when nukes go off or not when it's peace. It's basically that, honestly, bro.
It's not just you. There's multiple people throughout my comments who've been saying that their vegetables aren't growing. Their plants, tomatoes aren't growing. Some people, I think one person said theirs was up to 10 foot tall and wasn't producing any fruit. So we've had ours in the ground since middle of May sometime. I'll show you what they look like here in a second. It's pitiful. Just a quick snapshot of our tomatoes here. They're just kind of lollygagging along. They've tried to die multiple times.
Yeah, they're trying to get the people that want to grow their own food, right? They come in for you guys too, bro.
What's going on? We haven't even gotten a single tomato this year, and for the first time we finally got zucchini and squash growing, so you're not alone.
I was having a conversation today with a friend of mine, and we were talking about privacy.
Ooh.
Alexa was in the room when we were talking, and I said, you know, that Alexa is probably storing every conversation you have in here, and may or may not use that information against you later in the future. And we got to talking about rooms in our home. And what is the safest room in the home to not be surveilled or spied upon by cameras?
Yeah, I mean, if you're bringing a smartphone and you're trying to have a private conversation, you might as well tell the whole world about it.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got a secret. The phone is just here. I got a secret. I got to tell you the secret. Might as well tell the whole world about it, bro, at that point, bro.
In devices of all kinds.
And Alexa, that's like, might as well tell the aliens across the galaxies too, bro.
Bruh.
And I thought maybe it's the bathroom, maybe it's the bedroom. But then I thought, oh, I have a new TV, and not everyone has a TV in their bedroom. I do. I might remove it after this. But
yeah, smart TVs.
All of these new TVs have cameras in them.
Yep. I wouldn't say all,
but
recording? It seems that way. Yeah.
Do we really have any way of knowing? Where does that information go if they are recording, even when they're off?
Right.
Who's looking at that information, and why are they collecting it?
Why do they need cameras?
Do we think this is going to be used for good or for evil? You know, all of these cameras, like flock cameras, they're being sold to us on the premise that it's for our own good.
Yeah, we've done a video. So. We've done a video on the flock. What the flock is going around? Yeah, we talked about it not long ago. That video should already be out on the channel.
They're being sold to us as if you're not doing anything wrong, then you don't need to worry about this. What do you have to hide? Well, the majority of the population does not have anything to hide, but we do have something called dignity, human dignity.
Invasion of privacy, but we also covered the episode, and in the episode we talked about all those false positives where innocent people were, like the officers coming out, Glocks out, guns pointed at us, to people, and then only to find out later that the person they pointed their guns toward, they were innocent. And they were convinced. I'm talking about the officers. When I said the officers were convinced, they got the bad guys, and because they saw on the videos that the flock camera, AI flock camera recorded, and come to find out that it was false. The person that they were trying to arrest was innocent. So yeah, the flock cameras relying on that, not a good idea.
And there is a certain expectation that every single move you make, every conversation you have, every time you lift your child up into the air at a playground or in the swimming pool, that is not being recorded somewhere and stored in a data center that's killing the environment.
Yeah, she's speaking facts.
It's being sold to us that it'll keep us safer. Well, in my experience, only about 10% of...
Whoa, she's a retired... Okay, then... oh, shit! I'm a retired police lieutenant for a large agency, so if she's a lieutenant, or she was... Well, okay, she got the credentials.
Of the population in any given environment, whether...
Doesn't mean she's right, she definitely can be wrong, but I mean, that adds a little bit to the credibility.
Whether it's a classroom, a work environment, in society, 10% of the population is the problem, not the 90% who are doing their best every day to feed their families, go to work, have some dignity.
I would even drop the numbers lower. It's usually is like 1%, maybe even less. When we're talking like globally, like, yeah, it's not 10% of the people causing chaos in the world. It's very, very few, though. You can argue like 10% of the humans might not be good humans, but still, though, they're not causing like chaos everywhere, right? But the ones that are causing chaos is very minuscule, very, very minuscule. But again, though, like, it's kind of like one thing. It's one of those things, right? One bad apple ruins the entire tree.
Not commit any crimes? Those cameras are not for the 90%. Please think about this. Please start using your voices here.
Uh-oh.
I don't agree with this. And I think there's a huge disconnect with the handful of people and the government that's allowing this. And I'm not anti-government, but I am anti-intrusion of privacy.
I mean, sounds like you're anti-government right
God
now.
Bless you.
Or they will say you are.
Those of us who are working on AI data farms right now and seeing the amount of money and labor and investment into this, and then you talk to some of your contractor friends, and the budgets just aren't real. It's almost like the amount of money they're spending on AI farms, it's like money's not even real. If you're working on an AI farm,
it's in the billions!
Drop a comment below.
Remember how I said I lived out in the middle of nowhere with absolutely nothing around us?
Bro.
What's that?
Ain't no way, bro. Holy. Yeah, I was gonna say, damn, like you living in such a chill place.
What is that for?
That's to record you, homie.
A free country.
Yeah, America is, guys, I'm sorry, but like America is like the testing ground, bro. It's been like that for a very long time. America is always the testing ground, bro. That's like the zone, right? The zone to be, the hotspot. That's where they test everything, bro. Like but America is the hottest place, bro. America is the best place, but it's also is like the testing ground.
What are you monitoring?
You guys, bro. You.
And why are our tax dollars being used to enslave the people, I wonder?
Dang.
You know, there's roughly 20,000 humanoid robots currently being trained doing retail, customer service, product demonstrations, front of house, anything to do with customers for walk-ins.
Yeah.
And currently, BMW, Mercedes, Amazon, Tesla are all using humanoid robots to build cars. BMW last year had 30,000 cars built with humanoids, at least humanoid assistants.
It's coming, man.
And if you didn't know, currently in New York, they're testing out a humanoid teacher assistant, which we all know, if it works,
there we go.
Replacing teachers.
Ooh, teacher's gonna get replaced just like that. And it would be interesting, right? Because if you're a parent watching, or if you're, let's just say, a student watching, I guess it will really depend. It's gonna be like a case by case, right? Because some parents will feel all right with the AI teaching the kids. Others will not. There are multiple reasons. Obviously, one of the main reasons would be cost, timing. Maybe it will be cheaper, maybe it will be a lot more effective. You wouldn't have to worry about a teacher diddling your kids, because we're getting a lot of cases like actual female streamer, or not streamers, but female teachers doing that. I'm sorry, like, but that's what's happening right now. The female teachers, we're getting a lot of cases like R-wording the kids. There was like a 26-year-old teacher recently R-worded the 14-year-old, and you know, there are double standards, obviously, because some men don't take it seriously. You see the comment section, and all the dudes are saying, I wish it was me. But let's be objective here, right? Like, a 26-year-old teacher, a female teacher, should not be sleeping with a 14-year-old boy. I was 14, hormones are crazy. If you're a man watching this, you know, when you're 14, you're full pose. And at that time, I guess it's every kid dream, or a male kid dream, to do that crap. But as you get older, bro, it's like, once you realize, nah, bro, like, that shit's nasty, it should not be happening, especially teachers. Those are, I don't know, man, I come from a time when, you know, at least my mom taught me that, yo, the teacher is like your second parent, right? You gotta respect the elderly, you gotta respect the teachers. You're there, you're learning from them, you gotta respect them, right? I mean, that's the discipline my mom instilled in me. But nowadays, it's like there's a lot of stories like that happening a lot. Why, right? Like, is it okay, whatever. So that's like one point, right? Some parents would feel much better with AI teaching them. And yeah, if the time and the classroom time is shortened with AI, then some of the kids would be like, yeah, like, I don't have to stay in school for 8 hours, 7 hours. I just have to stay 5 hours every day. Ooh, 5 is better than 7. 5 is better than 6. 5 is better than 8. So I understand that way. Plus, if it's cheaper, there you go, right? But that's going to take jobs away from actual teachers. And there are good teachers. Not every teacher is out to take advantage. I'm sure some of you might be teachers watching this that are very good. They're very good. So this is not pointed at you, but AI is pointing at you.
It's a trial program. Teachers Union, not a big fan. Doesn't matter. We're all in trouble. So if you're not taking AI and AI technology very seriously with your job, I know what you're saying. What are they going to do if robots take over everything? How will we buy things?
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. But I can tell you, I got rid of my landscaper, the guy that cuts my grass, and replaced him with a autonomous little robot that cuts my grass every day. And it was inexpensive. It was cheaper to do that.
Exactly. So you can point fingers at this guy, or you can point the fingers to you, or to me, or to anybody. That's the thing. Simple logic. If they make an AI and you look at it and you find out that it's cheaper, faster, efficient to do the tasks that you are required to do on a daily or weekly or whatever, in this case, you gotta do that, and it's cheaper. Oh, you're gonna go with the route of AI. I mean, that's like no shit Sherlock. It's logic. You're gonna save time, money, and you don't have to deal with bull squash. Oh, you're gonna go with it, but at what cost? At the cost of all of us losing jobs. Yeah, there we go, man. A massive shout out real quickly to Tia, Kristen, and the homie Jock Talks for becoming channel members on the channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love on the channel, for the blessings, for being around, for supporting the channel the way you do. Appreciate the love, gang. Appreciate the love. Let's get to the content here, man.
I didn't pay him the rest of the summer.
Thank you.
He also didn't show up a lot, so.
There we go.
Just made sense. We're all in trouble.
We're all in trouble.
So if you're a home gardener, I have a question. Are you seeing weird shit happen with what you've planted? Because I am. and my sister is. And some friends of ours that have a garden have been telling us some interesting stories about what's happening, because we've done a couple of raised beds. And I'm out and I do my watering. I've given them some, some nutrients and some fertilizer, and everything was going great. I had like 5 or 6 green peppers that were coming up looking absolutely beautiful. And then we had a big rainstorm that popped up out of the blue, and I'm going, well, it's because of the humidity, right?
Chemicals in the water, chemicals in the rain. The water is turning the frogs gay. There is truth to that, bro. Studies came out. Uncle Alex Jones was not lying, bro.
The next day I walk out and every single one of those green peppers were yellowed, beginning to rot, and pretty much dead and useless. I had a cucumber start to grow that was this big, bulbous on one end, and it ended up being like a baseball and then had a little nub on it.
Chemicals in the water.
Friends of ours are reporting that their gardens are failing. My sister, my family, plant a garden every year.
Any of you got similar situation? Those of you that grow your own food, let me know.
I had to redo beans 3 times. And what they're getting also in some of the squash and zucchinis are warped. They look more like gourds. So if this is happening in small gardens, can you imagine what's happening in the larger ones? But my question is, why after a rainstorm that just blew through out of the blue,
chemicals,
did suddenly every one of my green peppers rot and die overnight?
That's insane. That's crazy.
The f is going on?
Yeah, overnight.
If you're not paying attention to this, friends.
Just one rain?
To what's going on with food in general right now.
Yeah.
Well, people are starting to pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, in Florida, though, I heard that the senator, is that, yeah, the senator, right? We covered that video a couple of months ago at this point. The senator was very much vocal about the fact that they are poisoning the food, and that was honestly amazing to see. We definitely need people, obviously in the government, people that have the power to correct that, because it's insane, and Canada is not far behind, obviously. But again, though, in a perfect world, that this shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't happen. It should not be happening anywhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the chemicals in the food shouldn't be the case, but it is.
But if you have something, you can please put it in the comments, because shit's failing. Take care.
You guys see that shit out in Oregon, where they want to ban hunting and fishing? What in the f is going on in this country? I mean, between that, these data centers, the ridiculous amounts of taxes that get extorted from us daily.
Same.
How did we get here? What are we doing? It is beyond time for us to go to Washington, D.C. and drag these out by their head and all up. Dude,
dang,
they are taking everything from us.
Facts.
And we just keep sitting here and letting it happen. Going to work every day, paying these ridiculous taxes.
Yeah.
And then every time...
He knows my pain, bro. He knows my pain, bro. It seems like that he understands me, bro. I've been screaming about taxes for a very long time on this dang channels, bro. It's one of the thing. If I hear it, I gotta yap about it, bro. Because it's robbery. It's theft. Okay, I get it. Like 20%, that's too high too. But okay, 20% is better than 50. I'll say that much, all right? Maths, simple maths, gang. But man, it's robbery, bro. It's robbery. Taxes are theft.
Time you get a bill in the mail, it's sky high. When are we gonna stop it?
So in the 4 years since I bought my house, my property taxes have increased 30%. If American citizens can pay taxes based on the value of their home, why can't billionaires pay taxes based on the value of their assets?
Where's our money?
Oh, yeah, like this is what they do, right? These suckers, like, they never sell the stock, so they don't have to pay capital gain taxes on it. They borrow against the stocks holding, right? And they get the loan, and they get interest on the loan. So they use the money to live, and they use the borrowed money to pay the interest on it, and it just keeps on going. It keeps on going. That's the system I hear. I don't know how that fully works, but yeah, I'm fascinated by it. So like, you got your, let's just say, $100 million in stocks, okay? You borrow money, I don't know. I never done that, so I don't know how that works, but it's important. It's good to know about these things, because this is what the billionaires do, right? Uncle Elon Musk, prime example, allegedly, okay, gotta say allegedly, so got a stock portfolio with never billions of dollars. He became a trillionaire. Now, not so much because SpaceX came down, but he will be trillionaire again. But whatever, right? He got more money than more than he ever would need. So borrow money against the stocks, never sell stocks, so you would never have to pay taxes. Income would be declared as $0 because he wouldn't take income. So no income tax, and you can tax right off the interest, if I'm not mistaken. Not the money that you borrow, but you can tax right off. Could be wrong. Obviously, do your own research. Every place, every country is different. But from my understanding, the interest can be written off. Let's just say you take $1 million from the bank against your $100 million of stock. 1 million might get like a couple of percentage of interest, so obviously you can live very comfortably with 100k a year, or 200k, not 100k anymore, but 200k, and the rest of the 800k that you got, you use that to pay the interest every year, and every once in a while you borrow more money because the stocks are appreciating. So therefore you would never, I believe this is how the system works. That's what I'm hearing about, all right? So, but if you're somebody that knows how it works, put it in the comments, right? Help everybody out, right? So that's one of those systems, and when you hear about it, it's like, oh shit, never sell the stock. And then when you pass away, when you die, well, who gives a damn, right? And when you die, like, the money will go to your kids, or the person that I guess you assigned it to, and they can sell the stock, and they would never have to pay the taxes on the capital appreciation, on the capital gains. That's what I hear. Because there's a law, right, that you can pass off the capital gains to your loved ones after you die, and they wouldn't have to pay taxes on it. Some bullshit like that, but it's smart, bro. It's like, if you know about it, like, if you know about it and you're able to, well, why wouldn't you do that? No taxes, duh, you know?
Where is our money? The DOJ just announced that they have arrested 455 people accused of medical fraud in 45 different states. The medical fraud that they have uncovered equals over $6 billion. In a separate case, the FBI has uncovered over 12,000 cases of real estate fraud. That fraud is estimated at $275 million. The Social Security Department has uncovered billions of dollars of fraud for fake housing programs in different states, giving away money to people that needed housing that actually did not. And then Doge. Do you remember when Doge was a big thing with Elon Musk, who supposedly uncovered $200 million of fraud, and we were supposed to get like a kickback because it's all of our money? Over $800 billion of taxpayer money has been going to these fake programs, allowing people in the medical industry to file claims that aren't real.
Dang.
All of this goes back to us. We're the taxpayers funding all of these programs.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I don't have a check in my mail.
It really is messed up that the working class is the one paying insane taxes, and the billionaires, bro, they just borrow against their stocks, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. It really is ridiculous. It's a modern day slavery that is considered legal, fully legal. It's insane. That's one of those things that pisses me off. Like, I don't get mad. It takes a lot for me to get mad. I don't ever get mad, bro. I never get mad, bro. I'm not built that way, right? But this is genuinely one of those things that pisses me off, bro.
And they say, oh yeah, we made all these arrests. We're bringing all these people to justice. That's great. But where's our money?
Yeah,
okay, this one makes me mad as hell. And it shows our government doesn't give a shit about us. You know how we were all excited about Toyota showing this little $8,000 truck? It'd be a great little work truck or just a cheap transportation. Brand new truck for $8,000. That's what they run in China, and they were going to start selling them over here. And our Congress went out of its way to pass a bill and block any of these little trucks or vehicles from coming over here. And it's because our big auto industry here lobbied them, gave them some gifts, got them to vote their direction.
Gifts.
But so now we don't get the benefit of having some cheap vehicles that with great gas mileage that work just as good as these $80,000 trucks. So now, I mean, they just keep us in perpetual debt. So thank you, Congressman and your senators for keeping you in poverty and not allowing world trade.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Y'all are doing God's work or devil's work. Y'all doing devil's work. Fantastic. Thank you, man. Honest to God, bro. So there's a massive movement happening right now on the internet. You don't have to like or subscribe, but you gotta check this out, fellas. Don't pay, and I quote, don't pay back your credit cards. Who's gonna stop you? End quote. Roll it.
Don't pay back your credit card. Who cares, man? Who gonna stop you? If the government can be in debt, so can I. So can you.
Dang.
Open up 10 credit cards, 50 credit cards, run them up. Keep it going, no one's gonna stop us.
Please, y'all, join me because I'm unemployed. I'm not paying my bills. It's possible. Come on, join me. Please join me because otherwise I'm gonna have to pay this. Seriously though, we need to do something. There's so many people who can make a change, and I see them constantly saying, oh, there's nothing we can do, there's nothing we can do. Babe, oh my gosh, there's so much you can do. I don't know, I don't get it. There's so many things you can do. Starting mutual aid. Let's just all start meeting up in the street and screaming together.
I stayed out of trouble. I went to school. I didn't party. I focused on what I wanted. You know what? I graduated, updated my resume, started applying to, and did hundreds of applications.
I need me a baddie like that. Damn, dude. That's a W. Yep. Stay away from parties. Stay away from drugs, kids. Stay away from all that crap. Not gonna help you at all, but I did everything I was supposed to do and still couldn't pay my bills. That's sad, bro. That is sad. Being a different timeline right now, gang.
You know how many callbacks I got? A handful. And did hundreds of applications.
Thank you, Melissa, for subscribing. Welcome on in.
You know how many callbacks I got? A handful. You know how many of those turned into actual jobs?
Zero, right?
Zero.
Yeah,
I'm talking entry-level positions. I'm talking about jobs I was overqualified for and it didn't matter. Meanwhile, my bills don't care that the job market is broken. My rent doesn't care. My car payment doesn't care.
For decades, we've been told to pay your bills on time and maintain a good credit score, and many people have been doing that because we want to maintain a perfect profile.
Oh, 100%.
But more and more, I'm seeing a growing trend of people saying, no, I'm not going to do that.
Listen, man, I will support the movement, but I don't know about if I want to fully support the movement or not, because if you support the movement, then you got people that are paying their credit cards, right? I'm sure you guys are doing it. I'm doing it as well, right? Because we don't want the interest. We don't want the penalties, though, right? But if you support this, I understand the sentiment, though. You feel what I'm saying? But if you start supporting these corporations, these banks, the politicians will just tax us even more. So it's a never-ending situation. But the fact that the government is in debt, so can you, is a crazy movement, bro.
Anymore, and I don't even care about my credit score because of the cost of living.
This is your sign to stop paying your credit cards. Okay? Now, this is not medical advice by any means, but it's important for you to know that my credit cards have not been paid in many, many, many months, and whose credit score is going up? Yeah, this girl. This girl!
What?
So it's all a scam. It's all numbers.
How? You gotta teach us your way, girl.
Yeah, this girl. This girl is going up. Yeah, this girl. This girl! So it's all a scam. It's all numbers. Money is not real. It is just numbers on a freaking screen at this point.
I mean, true.
And same with the credit score. Numbers on a screen that go up and down. Like a teeter-totter.
Something that's never sat right with me is how somebody can work full-time, work 2 jobs, and still not be able to pay their bills.
You gotta work 3 jobs now.
Hey! So I work in the operating room.
Now let's... Hey! The fact that, and this was a top comment, right? The fact that nurses and doctors are having issues paying bills, ooh, that's crazy. Because, you know, back in the days, our generation, right? Like our moms, our ancestors, our grandmas used to tell you, honey, sweetie, you need to be a doctor. Study up. You need to be a doctor or engineer. And I mean, listen, at that time, it was sound advice. The parents, your grandparents, your parents were looking out for you, you know, so respect. And maybe you are that mom watching this video. Maybe you are that grandma right now watching this video that actually gave your grandson or your son or your daughter that advice many years ago. Maybe then it was relevant, but no longer though. The fact that we're in a time where even nurses and doctors are struggling to pay their bills, that's insane to me. Now, make no mistake though, right? There are people that are just not good with their finances. Absolutely. There are a lot of people that don't, they buy shit that they don't need with the money they don't have. So there are a lot of people, they get a credit card and they believe that that's the free money when it's not. And there are people on the other hand that only buy, let's just say example, you see something that costs $100, you will only buy that if you get $100 hit in your checking account or saving account, right? You will only buy with the money that you actually have. So there are people that are very, very calculative with their finances, and there are other people that just go downtown Chinatown as soon as they get the credit card. So yeah, make no mistake, there are people actually bad with their finances, but then you also got people that try to put their best foot forward but still get hit with everything that's going on in this economy, taxes, economy. Yo, the government is in debt, so can the people be? That's the movement right now.
And I just worked a 12-hour shift in the operating room, and I cannot afford my rent.
That's messed up.
I can't afford my rent. I can't afford gas. I can't afford groceries. I can't afford any of my endless other bills that I am responsible for because I am an adult.
But you gotta be at least able. Okay, I refuse to believe that. I understand the sentiment here. I understand the sentiment. The money that she might be making right now, not enough to cover everything. But you gotta be able to at least afford the rent with the job that you got. Rent, basic stuff, the bills and decent groceries. Yes, you might not be able to like buy everything out there. Back in the days, you could have, I guess, but no longer. But you gotta be able to survive. So we're talking about the necessities becoming luxury items. Insane timeline.
After working a 12-hour shift.
No, that's diabolical.
In the operating room.
Yeah. Shouldn't be that bad, though.
So you know what I have to do? I have to DoorDash. And it's 12:30 at night. After I've been on my feet in the operating room for 12 hours.
Yeah.
All day.
They got a slaving though, for real. That simple as that. Like, ain't no jokers, bro. You gotta have multiple streams of income, gang. You gotta be a stock market investor. You gotta be doing the YouTubes. You gotta be doing the TikToks right now. You gotta be doing online creation. You gotta be your marketer. You gotta be a business hustler. You gotta do you gotta have a full-time daytime job. You gotta put in extra hours, and then at the end, you gotta have another one, right? You gotta do a second, third. You need 3 jobs nowadays, bro. If you're
I'm now out DoorDash driving.
That's why you got a lot of people that work online move to different countries. Now, obviously I work online though, I can, but still though, like I'm in Canada, so there is, you gotta pay tax to even leave Canada. And I love Canada. Obviously I don't want to leave Canada. I'm trying to work on improving my tax situation. I got hit with the 50% tax, I'm in that bracket, unfortunately, here, fortunately or unfortunately. So, yeah, no, I'm speaking with a tax CPA. So, yep, I'm gonna have to start a corporation, and it's such a I don't want to deal with that bull squash, bro. It's like, you know, I just want to make my YouTube videos. I just want to do acting stuff outside. I just want to do like basic shit, bro. I just want to do what I love, right? But you cannot. You gotta starting corporations. That's personally what I'm doing, because I got hit pretty badly with the taxes though. Like, I always have been very calculative with the stuff here. And if you want to leave Canada, there's the immigration tax you gotta pay. Yo, Canada, I swear, I'm in Canada, and Canada's situation is pretty bad. I love everything about Canada, by the way. Okay, Canada's amazing though, and I live here. I love it though. Obviously everybody got their different takes, and that's fine though. But I love everything about it except for the taxes. I'm not saying like no taxes. I'm saying like 50% is too much though. Wouldn't you agree? 50% is too much. If you make $100, you gotta pay $50 to the government. bro, I'm just trying to. You understand where I'm coming from? Maybe you don't, but do you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Half of your money, what? You think it's out of your damn mind? So I gotta start incorporation, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But holy crap, this is truly insane.
I think I've decided that at least this month I can't make a payment towards my visa. I know they won't understand. I have to extend when I'm moving anyway, which really sucks. But it doesn't seem like I need to.
The never-ending poor cycle?
Ideally, I wouldn't pay for the next 2 or 3 months. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I hear you, homie.
But I really want to pay off my credit card.
And that's the thing, if you don't pay, you're gonna get hit with the interest penalties and all that. There obviously, some of you probably know the ways. I'm not gonna talk about those because I'm not an expert at it, and I don't want to say none of that. That can get people in trouble, obviously, right? Don't want to do that, but yeah, like even not paying your credit card debt, and then you have interest to pay. Oof, that sucks, bro. Honestly, that's
not ideal because next July I have to pay $3,000 again for a different credit card. So
dang,
I don't know what to do unless I transfer that to another card, which I just can't do.
Yeah.
Don't pay your credit card off. What if we all collectively decided we're going to max out our credit cards and not pay it off? Like, if we got a group of, say, like 100,000 people to max out their credit cards and then not pay it off, what are they going to do? And say we got more people to do that. All those credit card companies, they're going to go completely bankrupt. What's going to happen to the American dollar?
Everybody's gonna get hit pretty badly, though. You know, it's like a vicious cycle. It's collateral damage. Yeah, I guess we do for a crash, though. I mean, listen, I'm not saying we're gonna have a crash or anything like that, but you hear this all the time, that a crash is coming. It never happens. But eventually, it's gonna happen. I guess everybody knows eventually. It comes once in a blue moon, though, once in a while. Yeah, but with the AI and the data centers right now, ooh, crazy stuff.
It's not even real. The American dollar does not exist. Like, there's not a certain amount of money that we have that's connected to the gold, to how much gold we have. That is completely screwed up. That does not exist anymore. We literally are just making more and more debt. Like, did you know the money that you have in the bank? They don't actually have that money sitting there. It's just a number. They don't actually have everyone's money sitting...
Shoddy speaking facts, though. That's facts.
...in the bank. It's literally just a number. Money is just a number.
Facts,
money
facts,
is not
facts.
real.
Facts.
Something is going to need to happen because the system is collapsing. Everyone's bills are going way too high, rent's way too high, and people can't find jobs. Their jobs aren't paying enough.
If only they cut our taxes down to, let's just say, 10%. Everybody gotta pay 10%, rich or poor. Or if you're rich, then okay, 20%, all right? Okay, just a little bit more, all right? But 50%? And you got average person in like what, like 30, 35, depending on where you at, obviously, 30 to 35% taxes. If you're on an average worker, that's insane, bro. If only we didn't have that, it would have been, or not that much high. Like I feel like it would have been much better. And also, like, cost of living should come down, absolutely. And yeah, we were talking about the if you work from home, if you're an online creator, and if you have the means and you're able to, because I got my family here, right? But if you're somebody that is solo dolo or can afford to or want to or can, and you work online and you make decent living, yeah, man, like going to like another country, that might be the moves. And we're seeing like people actually move to different countries, Thailand, other countries as well, to because the cost of living is not that high there. You can survive off of 500 USD a month in certain countries, $1,000 a month, which obviously like many people are making, which is like 12K a year. 12K a year, bro? You living like a king in some other countries, fellas. It's crazy. And 12K here, that's nothing. That is nothing. You cannot survive off of that, bro. Like, it's nothing here. But in some countries out there, 12K a year, ooh, anything above that, you're living life like a king, gang. Yo, yeah, so a lot of people are moving to different countries, and maybe that's the move there. I guess that's if the government depraves their citizens this bad year after year after year, eventually, bro, sick is gonna move, citizens gonna move, people gonna move, bro, people gonna change places because they got the people so like leashed up rather. It's insane, and the politicians just getting rich off of taxpayer money. Yeah, they're the ones that are getting rich. Even if you're somebody that is making above average, you're getting hit pretty badly with the taxes. So if you're rich, are you actually rich though? But if you're like elite, super rich, like elite, then yeah, you cool, right? Then you got the ways and the loopholes though. But other than that, for an average guy or above average guy or 2 days rich guy, right? Everybody getting hit pretty badly. A massive shout out, by the way, to the homie Chill, Endgame, Silver Tongue, Dizzy, Harold, Teresa, South Belfast for being channel members and becoming channel members on the channel. Thank you guys so much for being here, supporting the channel the way you do, man. Appreciate the love, gang. Appreciate the love. Alright, let's get back to the content here. Boo-boo, let's see what she gotta say.
We need to do something. We need to come together and make a change.
I'm not paying no more bills. I don't give a f- cut all this shit off. I go move in with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Every month. Mortgage. You want water? You want electricity? Man? And then you're sitting here, I'm trying to recycle, make the world a better place, so maybe some of these prices can go down. Hell no, y'all stop the recycling.
My paycheck was short $300. I can't pay my rent on time.
Dang. Okay,
my
that's
car
messed up.
insurance is past due. It's like over $300. My energy bill is past due, and I've been paying little bits, and that's over $900. One of my senior technicians quit. And I tell you guys all the time that when you have struggles like this and you feel like you just have you don't know what to do. I have a wedding to save for.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Nowadays, people cannot even afford to get married, though. That's crazy. Yeah, what is $300? For some, it's nothing. For others, it's everything, though. You know, it's crazy that people cannot afford like basic necessities. Like, how did we get here? That's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? If you're watching this, let me know your thoughts on that one. POV, you're done paying your credit card bills. Okay.
I'm done paying my credit card bills.
Oh, thank God, man. But is there a catch?
I didn't pay them off. I just I'm done paying them. I don't want to pay them anymore. So.
Okay.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I
He
could,
gave up. He escaped the Matrix, man.
pretty freeing. I'm getting a lot of phone calls from 800 numbers, but it's probably not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Now listen, I know some of you believe in reincarnation, and that's cool. But not here to debate or challenge anybody's belief. I don't believe in reincarnation, and some of you don't, some of you do. It's always is like that. What I'm trying to get at is that if you believe, you believe. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But what I'm trying to get at here is that, bro, if reincarnation is real, once I'm gone, don't bring me back, homie. Don't bring me back. Yeah, what a lame planet, bro. Nothing but taxes and work, bro. What a lame planet. Work is amazing. Work is awesome. Used to be, rather. And working is good. I always love working, okay? But again, though, there's gotta be, like, something gotta give, right? Like, yeah, idle hands are devil workshop, so obviously you don't want to be somebody that's never working. I have a friend, by the way. He never works, okay? This is insane. At times I feel like I wish I enjoyed that lifestyle. Not knocking him off. He's a brother. I consider him my brother, okay? But he living life, bro. So his mom bought the house. She's insane story. I would never let my mama go through that, but hey man, whatever, okay? He got his mom working 2 jobs. Actually, he got a brother, got a sister, they work, but he don't work, so they are all paying the mortgage. He collecting welfare. Okay, I'm not too sure about the welfare though, actually. I heard from a friend of his friend that he's, that I'm not sure. He might not be, or he might be, okay? But he's not working. He chills, watches movies, play games all day, every day, and that's it. He lives life, bro. He chills. I believe he's collecting welfares, but I could be wrong. I'm in Canada, he's in Canada, so Quebec. Right, you can get the welfares. While everybody's getting taxed to that, you can get, sure, welfare. Yeah, so there are some people that just love that lifestyle. Now, I don't. I love working. I don't like staying still, right? But there are people that don't want to work too much, and you know, different strokes for different folks, and that should be completely fine, right? They should not like overwork people for 12 hours and still struggling, right? Maybe 4-day weeks. You know, 6 hours daily or 8 hours, all right, that's currently what's the standard here. But 5 days, 8 hours, 12 hours every day, and you still need another job to get by. Ooh, that's too much though. You know, that is too much.
When are we gonna stop paying rent and other bills? I'm ready for that.
Never.
Who ready for that? Cause I think it's about time. If we all did it at the same time, what are they really gonna do? You can't evict all of us.
Can't pay your bills either, huh? How about grocery shopping? How you doing with that? Insurance go up at all this year? You know, the people in Washington think you're doing fine. Corporations, no you're not. So they're telling you to eat cereal for dinner. Guys, why are we doing this? What's the point?
Right.
There's like 8 billion of us. And we're letting a small handful of people do this to us. Why? You know, if we all got together and just stop participating in their system, there's nothing they can do. You know that, right? Like if 8 billion people told the elites to f*** off, there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. They can try, but when it's all said and done, there's not a damn thing they can do about it if 8 billion people just told them to f*** off. We can create our own system. It'll be hard, but we can do it. It'll be real hard. But so is living like this. So we just need to choose our hard. You know, those suits up in Washington that do this to us.
I mean, legitimately, though, there gotta be something with the economy. Like, people gotta, like, we all gotta come together and be like, yo, we demand answers. We demand lower taxes. We demand better economy or prices to come down, right? Yeah, no, absolutely. These two gotta absolutely go away or get lower. Lower taxes plus better economy, right? These two things gotta happen, but you know what they say, right? The increased prices never come down, though. So, and ever since Rona COVID, right, it's never been the same. So it's gonna get worse. Back in the days, you just needed you needed to make $100. When I say back in the days, I'm just talking like 6 years ago before COVID. You just, in fact, that was my personal goal. Just make $100 a day and you good, right? But now, you need to make a lot more than $100 to just survive, though. Yeah, otherwise you ain't doing nothing.
They are completely useless without their local enforcers. If there's nobody that enforces their laws are completely irrelevant. They can't take everybody's houses. They can't throw 8 billion people in jail. So when are we going to say that enough is enough?
I gotta stop paying bills because I can't do it anymore.
Start working.
I'm done with the Matrix. I'm done with the simulation. My phone bills due. I'm not paying it. I can't pay it. I mean, I'm going to school. I'm not breaking my neck to try to do work in school ever again. I'm not doing it. So yeah, we got car insurance. Got to pay the DMV. Got to pay the registration to get it back on. I got car payment, cell phone payment for me, cell phone payment for my daughter, rent. Oh, disconnect notice on my electric. How did I forget about that?
Yikes.
Food. I don't know how I'm gonna buy food for this week, next week. Every week.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Start working in January. It's been 8 months. nah, that's insane. You're doing it to yourself right now. So I mean, I don't agree with like you gotta work 12 hours every day just to survive. That's too much though. But y'all, like, come on, right? Like, you actually quit unless they actually kicked you out. But it seems like that you yourself stopped working because you were exhausted. And I understand, like, you're exhausted, people are exhausted, but still though, like, quitting for 8 months, you gotta work.
Every week, every other week, $300 for food. Ground beef was $18 at the store last week.
Eat the bugs. That's what they want.
Yeah, I mean, I always had nice things. I always worked so hard, so many hours, so many jobs, nice things. I'm not doing it no more. Not doing.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
Look, I gotta say this, and I gotta say I don't agree with what's going on.
What are we doing? Like, seriously, what actually are we doing here?
Major unpopular opinion. If both parents have to work 40 freaking hours a week just to try to live a normal life, the system's not working.
You know what's got me hot and bothered today?
Agreed.
Is that the government has the audacity to audit like normal people, normal everyday people on their taxes, yet they'll also give big corporations billions of dollars in bailouts.
Living in America right now?
In Canada, it's even worse, bro. The audit situation in Canada is getting out of hands. The government is funding. You guys got IRS in America, right? We got the CRA. They don't mess around, okay? So the government are giving them, and in return, they are actually auditing their citizens, and apparently it's working. They have made billions more in profits because, you know, so-and-so guy just forgot to mention a little bit of this, a little bit of that, so they had to pay extra after they obviously have paid their taxes. So it's like recollecting the money, right? But it's considered legal, obviously. So it's even worse here in Canada, but let's continue.
It just pisses me off for them to think we believe any of this crap anymore. I truly thought we lived in a free country. I don't even believe in elections anymore. You got kids? It's just, this all just pisses you off. Like, we have a vested interest to fix this country.
So they just built this subdivision where I go get my lashes done. And I'm passing by and I'm realizing, look at all these flock cameras.
Because you're looking so cute. It needs to actually see your the eyelashes, but nah, the flock situation is insane. We've done a massive video on it already. The AI flock cameras, and these cameras ain't no jokers. They got those solar panels, so these suckers would never run out of battery.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere. You see that solar panel there? That big ass 2-plate solar panel? Yeah.
Every street. Look.
Damn. Yeah, that one too.
Crazy one right there.
Holy. Damn, America becoming China 2.0. America becoming China 2.0. What the hell? Yeah, man, the government got us all, bro.
The Truman Show.
Send Pete flock camera blocker. Pops out there, he blocking the camera. Hey, man, salute. He ain't tearing it down. He's just blocking it. Down with the flock.
We are living in the dumbest timeline that never seems to end.
Yep, 100%. You tell them, Pops.
They're burning books. Yeah, so that physical media is important.
Ooh, right.
Like, very. What the f*** is going on?
You've probably already seen some people depressively talking about AI companies that are buying, scanning, and shredding rare books, potentially destroying the only remaining copy of some important historical evidence.
That's why.
But I want you to understand the true depth of what's happening.
Rewriting the history, that's the next step, right? That's insane. Obviously, with gamers, if any of you are gamers, right, they are getting rid of the DVDs, or I mean the Blu-rays, right? The discs, the physical media. So PlayStation confirmed that no more gaming discs in the future. So everything is becoming digital, right? That's essentially the moves. You will own nothing and be pissed about it. It used to be you will own nothing and be happy about it, but now everybody's like, nah, bro, I'm not happy about that. Yeah, I'm quite pissed about it because you truly don't own anything, and they can just flick the switch and do you actually own it? It's like I remember back in the days, like Adobe, like the Premiere Pros, the editing program. You buy it, you pay once, you own it for life, right? Now it's subscription. So once the subscription ends, everything's gone. It's gone. Netflix, for example, you pay for it. Once you stop paying, it's gone. You will not own nothing.
The other day I bought this truck and I'm pretty sure my dealer hid a GPS tracker in there
Whoa.
and didn't tell me. So this company CarRx emails me and says, hey, your dealer paid for a year of our service. Congratulations. Just sign up on the website and you're good to go. So I dig into the terms and conditions, and of course they're going to sell all your data to marketing firms and whatnot, of course.
Right.
So this is the interesting part. They can track everything about your car. Everything. Location, mileage, braking events, all of it. So I start thinking, how do they know all that information about my car?
Now, here's the thing, though. Like, obviously, a lot of people love to point their fingers on China because China is an easy target. Because Chinese government has been very much open about spying, right? Yeah, they spy on they spy on their citizens. But make no mistake, America isn't far behind. I would say America is even better at spying on their... I mean, America's the best, right? America's the big daddy. Every country. I mean, Canada does the same. Some countries are just better at hiding it. Others just don't give a damn. They're like, what are you gonna do about it? I guess that's where America's that's where America's going right now. They're like, flock cameras, yeah, whatever, bro. We were good at hiding. We used to hide it. Now, who cares? Let's be open about it, right? Okay, let's be open about it. But how I found a hidden GPS tracker in my truck. So shout out to the company that actually emailed. And that's how we found out.
Car if they don't have some sort of GPS tracker on it. And that's when I realized they probably already did. And sure enough, a Google search confirmed it. There is probably a tracker on that car right now.
But why?
And we're gonna go look for it. According to the internet, these trackers are usually around the OBD port. So let's take a look.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's nothing plugged in. I don't think so. And so let's, okay. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Holding on.
So this looks like some sort of Y cable. Where does this go? So this is clearly the pass-through wires for the OBD, and then the Y cable comes off. Just pull on this and see what I can find.
Yeah, pull it. Just yank that brother up. Just yank it.
Oh my god. And that confirms it. It's got an IMEI, and so that means it has a SIM card in it. It can track you anywhere.
But
the craziest part is that this was not sitting out for me to see.
Okay, I mean, obviously I'm not in the favor of the flock cameras, but okay, I understand with the flock cameras, like what they're doing, right? Why do you need a GPS on a bro's car like that?
See, saying, hey, that's your CarRx module. It was tucked away and hidden. They didn't want me to find this.
Sheesh.
So I decided to go to the gun range today, you know, like an American, and tell me why there are flock cameras pointing into the entrance of the parking lot. Not the streets. Not the street.
Dang it, my Canadian barbed wire don't work. Sorry guys. Bruh. I tried, but Canadian barbed wire don't work. Maybe I gotta try my Canadian Desert Eagle though. It's fake. It's yeah, let me just make sure, because we on YouTube though, it's the CO2 one. Airsoft. It's fake. It's fake. It's Canadian. It's doesn't work. Don't work. Just gotta make sure, right? Yep.
Street into the entrance.
Because next thing you know, FBI open up, or the Canadian version of the FBI actually pulls up, and next thing you know, like I'm behind bars and I got a cute little mugshot of flying around the internet, and
so they can read every license plate that comes in here into the parking lot. Not the street. Into the entrance, so they can read every license plate that comes in here. Yeah, no, I love this. I'm sure there's no ulterior motive behind this either.
Right.
Let me tell you about the American healthcare system and how it's...
Quickly though, a massive shout out before I forget. Thank you for subscribing. A massive shout out to Carolina, Krisa, Vegeta, Petzar, and Tori Smith. Fuck with it. Fuck it, rather. For becoming a channel member on the channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel by becoming channel members. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you guys so much for all that, man. You gotta do none of it, obviously. But those of you that choose to, appreciate the love, gang. Appreciate the blessings. All right, let's get back to it.
Fraudulent as shit. I needed an MRI. I called and I was like, how much is it for out of patient? You know, out of pocket patient. They're like, it's about $800. All right, I got health insurance, so you know, The most I'd pay is $800 out of pocket, right?
You,
That's what you think. So I go, get it done, have my health insurance cover it. Now I get this big ass bill right here. I'm like, how are you gonna charge me more than double what I would have paid out of pocket?
Dang.
I guess I f***ed up because I didn't ask more questions.
Now, obviously, like with Canada, like the biggest thing is the taxes. You know, our healthcare system is. I always talk about taxes because it's crazy, right? I mean, it hurts, gang. Like when you pay 50%, it hurts. It genuinely hurts. Like, if easy example, if you make $100, I gotta give 50 back. You know, I'm in that 50% tax bracket, but fortunately or unfortunately. But okay, whatever, right? But we got free healthcare. It's free because taxes, right? But here's the thing, though: people that are not in that 50% tax bracket, for them it's very good, right? But for a person like me, it's I mean, you never know, right? Next thing you need like some crazy heart surgery or whatnot. Ooh, the bill is gonna be insane if you are in America, right? So there are pros and cons, and the Canadian healthcare system is actually a blessing at times. For example, I gave this example a while back. A friend of mine, his dad actually had something, I don't know what exactly he had, but blockage of arteries. Apparently, that's what he had. So he had an open heart surgery, and it was free. Thankfully, it went smoothly. He's doing fine. He is approaching 70 years. God bless. Thank you for subscribing. And he's fine. Had an open heart surgery a couple of months ago. He's fine. Didn't have to pay a single dime. So in that way, Canadian healthcare system, it's a blessing. I'm not gonna sit here and be like it's not. It is a blessing for serious situations like that. But because if he was in the States, he was easily minimum paying $500,000 based off of all the treatments that he had. So yeah, man, it's quite insane. So it's kind of like pros and cons, right? But obviously, like we got 50% taxes, so I mean, shit's not a joke. So that's, I mean, it's free, but it's free after those taxes. So it depends on how you look at it, right?
Questions. Now I know. But this is America. This is our healthcare system. The joke.
You know what I'm really getting tired of? That where tonight over 600,000 people will sleep out in the streets because they're homeless. A country where you can go find veterans sleeping under bridges.
Yeah, that's sad. That is messed up.
A country where first and second graders are doing active shooter drills in between math and recess. A country who has more people incarcerated than any other country in the world. We have over 2 million people in cages. And up to 40% of them haven't even been convicted yet.
Yeah, it's getting messed up, though. It's messed up, and it's getting worse. I would say, like, for majority of the countries now. America has obviously got 10x the population versus Canada. But yeah, like, I'm in Montreal, right? So a decade ago, it wasn't this bad. Now you go downtown and you'll see it's... I mean, Montreal still is, like, better than a lot of cities in Canada, though. For example, like Vancouver, I hear Vancouver and Toronto, like it's getting worse. In certain areas, there are good areas. Again, though, why do we need to have good areas and bad areas? Every area should be good. I mean, the entire country should be good, right? Entire world should be good, but we ain't in a perfect world, sweetheart, so it doesn't work like that, right? But yeah, so you got areas that are good and the areas you should not go to, and you got areas that are I mean, it's all right, but it's getting worse everywhere, truthfully.
Country where we haven't adjusted the minimum wage in 15 years, even with the inflation we have seen. We're the only developed country where life expectancy is going backwards.
That is true. That is true. I mean, that's to do with the food. Like, I guess I could be wrong, and I definitely need your take on this. I guess it's because America's healthcare is not free, right? So, and the food supply, America, I'm sorry, but America's food is the worst ever, right? Canada is not far behind, but Canada is miles better. European food is just the best, right? In comparison to the food that we get here. And there are other countries with better food. Japan is also very, very good in terms of the food. That's what you hear. I've never been there, but that's what we hear statistically and numbers-wise. But American food is the worst. I'm sorry, that's not my opinion. That's just the data that is coming out, right? Are so much heavy metals, so many different chemicals, 80 plus ingredients just in the Big Mac burger. We made a video about McDonald's not long ago. So tons of chemicals, just filled with chemicals. I guess what's happening here is just, you know, get your people sick. So yeah, we don't want people dying, but we want people sick. So they actually pull up to pharmaceutical. They come to the system. And remember, fellas, the money is not in the cure. The money is in the treatment. The money is not in healthy people. The money is not in the dead people. The money is in the people that are sick, that constantly needs treatments and medications. So that's a big pharma, big boy pharma. That's the pharmaceutical. So food being bad gets people sick, and sick people, what do? They pull up to the hospital and they make the money off of treatment. So rinse and repeat.
I am a medical lab scientist, and I'm going to tell you something that I probably shouldn't about the healthcare system. Every time that you walk through the door, you are being robbed. I'm not talking about pharmacy benefit managers. I'm not talking about malpractice. I am not talking about for-profit systems and private equity taking advantage of pricing models because need is there and you have no other option but to pay or to die. There is a cottage industry within healthcare that healthcare workers know about, but the general public do not. Every single step of healthcare, matter of fact, every single step of our current economic organization is plagued with middlemen. People that sit there and ask for money while you try and cross a bridge that was naturally formed by the land 1 million years ago. The industry that I am talking about is the travel healthcare industry. I have worked travel healthcare for about half of my near-decade career in healthcare. And I want to be very transparent about the pay in the industry, not as a flex, but because I think one of the reasons that we find ourselves with the amount of disparity as far as wealth is concerned in this country is because we don't talk about pay often enough. As a travel tech, I make about $60 an hour. After tax. That's what good. Hits my bank for every hour I work. I make about $60 an hour. It's not a huge amount of money. But you know, if I work 4 contracts a year, that's still low 6 figures, which is well above the...
We deserve it all! Nice, so he makes good and he wants more. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we demand better. We demand better. We demand answers. We demand better. We demand no taxes. Taxes are a theft. Taxes are a theft. Taxes are theft. Okay, listen, man. I'm in Canada. I cannot say much here. But taxes, I think they are theft. I think they are theft. Bruh. I think taxes are theft. Maybe not. Maybe not. Allegedly.
Median of permanent staff in my field. Thing that should piss you off on that isn't that a guy with a bachelor's degree makes 6 figures. It's that I only see half of that. Ooh. Facilities that
50% taxes. Looks like that brother is also in the 50% tax bracket. Uh-oh.
Bring me on. Usually pay about $120 an hour for me to be there from previous conversation with managers about pay and whatnot. They arrange the initial contact for the contract. They bring me on site. They deal with payroll. They deal with my health insurance, which is meager. And then they pocket the rest of it. And the funny thing is, they outsource absolutely everything. I've been dealing with payroll issues the last couple of weeks because payroll wasn't set up properly. And I've been speaking with a lot of people in the Philippines, and I figured out that they outsource their payroll, you know, the extra $60 an hour that they earn off of my hard labor, where I get my ass kicked every single night, staffing 18 different roles as one person on a graveyard shift in the middle of nowhere. They outsource that labor. And I'm sure they outsource other pieces of their labor. And I might get into some shit for saying that, but middlemen...
So damned if you make a lot of money, damned if you don't make a lot of money, right? Yeah, so the government's got us all depraved, though. Essentially put, right, like, yeah, we all gotta get together, gang. That's what it is. We gotta come together and collectively voice our opinions, alright? Something gotta give. So essentially, like, everybody's like, we all fighting our own battles, essentially. That's, the more you look into it, the more you're gonna realize we're not necessarily too different from one another. They want us fighting over race, religion, countries, you know, oil. They want us fighting. I mean, that's how they make money. Divided, we fall, and they win, and united, we win, and they fall.
Men are everywhere in both healthcare and every other part of our economy.
Ain't nobody happy, though. That's sad.
If you aren't angry right now, you're not paying attention. So,
get angry, gang. Get angry.
Next time you walk through a hospital, just remember, you're being robbed. Not by the people that care, because there are plenty that care and that want to see you do better and have a great outcome and get on with your life.
It's the system.
But by the seedy car salesmen that have infiltrated every aspect of the job.
Yo, last year I had a flip phone. I had no social media. I was trying to be completely as offline as possible. What I found is that you cannot do anything. You can't go anywhere. You can't hang out with anyone. You don't know where anyone is. You don't know what's happening. You can't even like work a job, really. You can't do anything. And I find it so interesting that we don't like what's going on. We don't like the internet. We seem to agree on that. Even people who like use it effectively are like, yeah, it's not great. But we won't make any efforts to like come up with an alternate system because we like it so much. We are frankly addicted. Gotcha, bitch. And I just think it's interesting. I wanna like
most majority of the people, think about it this way, right? Sit down and think about it this way. Majority of the people only go on handful of websites and apps. You know, YouTube, X, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, maybe Reddit, but that's just the nerds, right? Like, if you're balls deep or you want to go balls deep pose, you go on Reddit, but that's it. And yeah, the apps would be like Netflix on TV. Yeah, maybe Amazon Prime, Hulu, and whatnot, but just a handful of apps. People just use a handful of websites and apps. These are, yeah, 90% of your time is spent on these websites, back and forth, and that's it.
Essentially, this is something that I'm interested in working on, or like just bringing into the conversation, is that we can avoid this fate of like the point of no return. We can come up with systems where people don't need the internet. And I think if we all don't like the system, we need to like stop acting like people not being online is a huge inconvenience. We need to like be more amenable to that.
Wait a minute, so you're telling me...
Yeah, no, it's absolutely is healthy to do, what's this called? There's a term for it, though. Detox, yeah, internet detox, or not being on your phone. Yeah, especially if your job is not on the internet. My job is, part of it is on the internet, and I do other stuff outside of YouTube too, but I love doing YouTube, right? This is like something that I record videos late at night once I'm done with the other work, right? So this is why at times I'm a little exhausted, but I love it, so it's no biggie, right? I love it. But yeah, no, if your work is not on the internet though, yeah, you can absolutely do detox and it's fine. And you should do detox, but again though, they got us all, so you know, they got people addicted.
That private equity is coming into small towns just like Highland, Michigan, and buying up certain industries so that we, the people, have absolutely like no chance at ever opening up our own small businesses. Do I have that right? Apparently that's exactly what's happening in Highland, Michigan. My next door neighbor who built my house has become one of the best neighbors that I didn't even know you could dream of neighbors like this, guys. He owns a better exterior out of Highland, and if you go in downtown Highland, you can see like their little business right there, right? Family owned, operated, generational kind of business. And he was telling me that like, yeah, they are having a heck of a time going up against these large corporations that are coming in that have bought up all of the small town roofing industries that are like right in our neighborhoods. So what other industries is this happening to? I know it happened in the dental industry. That's why when you go to the dentist office now, you're like, what are you trying to sell me?
What's up, everybody? So
Yeah, your teeth not looking good today. Can I break it?
Bruh.
Can I take your teeth out? Yo, I swear to God, man. That's I don't know about like America, and I have not been to the dentist. Never did not need, thankfully. You would think that dental is free in Canada, but it's not. Free medical though, but after a certain, I believe it's to do with the once you hit like I believe the minimum salary. I could be wrong. I'm not too knowledgeable on this stuff. But in Canada, it's like I believe this is how it is. If any of you are in Canada and put it in the comments, definitely correct me, right? But once you hit the minimum salary, after that, dental is not free. And dental is very expensive in Canada too. So, and when you pull up, because I remember last time my mama pulled up, for my mom, the dental is free. And for my daddy, he's retired, so it's free. So yeah, if you're in low income or you're retired or, if you're on welfare, this, that, the other, yeah, then dental is free and everything's free. So, but if you're working and you're making that dough, you're making above minimum wages, then it ain't free, homie. And the first thing they do is, can I break your teeth? Can I take it out? It's not looking good. And if they take your teeth out, they get the money. The government pays them, gang. The government pays them, and you pay them too if you're making above minimum.
I'm making this video.
It's messed up. So the same logic that I was talking about, right? Like America, pharmaceutical, bad food, chemicals, food that is designed to make you sick. So you pull up to a hospital over time in the long run. Yeah, simply put, that's basically what's happening here for the dental. So yeah.
Because honestly, I want to see if anybody's ever run into this situation before.
Walmart.
So please take a second to listen to the situation that I ran into yesterday and tell me if that's just protocol or I'm the problem. So I go to Walmart yesterday. I'm not going to say which Walmart, but I went to Walmart in Florida to get a money order. That's it. Walk up to the front counter. The lady behind the counter asked me for my telephone number. No big deal.
Maybe she wanted to go downtown on you. Pause. Maybe she likes you.
Give it to her. Then she asked me for my ID. No big deal. I asked her though, because I've never heard of this. I said, "Why do they ask for your ID when buying a money order?" Her response, "It's protocol." That's all she said. Okay, no problem.
No biggie.
Gave her my ID. She ran it all. Asked me if the information was correct. Asked me how much I wanted the money order for. I told her.
Full.
She's like, here's how it's going to come out, this many, whatever. No problem. Then she asked me, and here's we go, why I was buying the money order. And I was like, wait, I don't understand. Why do you... Because it just seemed weird to me. So I didn't ask rudely. I asked just like I'm asking now. I said, if you don't mind me asking, why do you have to know why I'm buying a money order? She, again, this time a little bit flustered, it's protocol. I said, ma'am, the reason I'm purchasing a money order is my own business. I didn't know I had to tell you why I needed a money order.
Yeah.
And she's just staring at me. So then I was like, okay, I'm buying a TV. And she just stared at me. Now,
I understand where he's coming from. I had this similar experience a while back when I actually pulled up to the bank and needed cash. And the girl's like, why you need the cash? I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's my bank account. I've been depositing the money in the bank for years and years, and now it's the first time I'm trying to pull out some cash, and you're asking me, what the hell? That's insane, right? And I don't necessarily carry too much cash. Like, all my purchases are digital, so you might say that's bad, and yeah, to a certain degree it's bad. You gotta have a little bit of cash, but for me it's just the everything is kind of like what was this called? The receipts and the bank statements are kind of kept. So in case of an audit or for the tax write-off and the tax situation, right? So when everything is like digital, it's just convenient. Again, though, the word convenient. Yeah, we're all kind of like, yeah, it's you gotta have some cash, but again though, like, yeah, it's my money, so let me take my cash out, right? Like, yeah, they should not be asking, but they asking.
The guy behind her, now I know he was the manager at the customer service center. He turned around and he goes, "That's not the reason." And I was like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "No, give him back his ID." And I was like, "Wait, what's happening right now?" I'm just asking why you're asking me why I'm purchasing a money order. I never knew that you needed to know why somebody bought a money order. This is just from my general knowledge. Now the kid, because he's a young man, he's a kid compared to me. I'm 47. I think he had to be at least 28 or 29.
Oh, my
he starts
age.
giving me attitude, giving back his...
Yeah, my age, though. Listen, Pops, yeah, I apologize on his behalf, bro. Like, he didn't know a dang thing about how to speak to elderly, bro. Yeah, no. He should be fired. But, yeah, Walmart is also in a lot of other... trouble. Walmart is in a lot of trouble right now. We've done a massive video on Walmart. I'll link you in a second. They got exposed big time, though, with scamming and frauding people, allegedly. You will see that video once I link it.
His ID, don't say 28 or 29. He starts giving me attitude, giving back his ID, don't sell him the money order. I was like, whoa, like, what is happening right now? All I'm doing is asking a question. Why is it when I asked a question, you instantly got defensive?
Yeah, don't ask no questions.
All I want to know is why you're asking me why I need the money order. But when I told you it was to buy a TV, you called me a liar. I was like, so no matter what I say, you don't believe me. I don't get what's happening right now. And then he was like, give him back his ID. You can get out of the store. You're not allowed to come back here.
Bruh.
So Walmart, is that protocol? Has anybody ever come across this to where you've been kicked out of a Walmart by a manager because you...
So valid crash out on Unk. Yeah, Pops having valid crash out. Nah, I'm with Pops there, bro. Like, that's valid.
Asked a question on why you're being questioned about your money order? That's insanity to me. Am I overthinking this?
No.
I just thought it was weird. I mean, personally, to ask another person why they need a money order.
It seems like things...
Maybe you came off a little too aggressive there, right? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, man. But still, though, like, whether you have a serious tone or or a tone, for example, like I was just having, right? A little lighthearted, don't give a damn type, or don't necessarily care to... yeah. But regardless of whether you're, like, super serious like this, hey, why do you need... Yeah, again, like, it's my money, right? Give me my money. It's my money order. Okay, I gave you the ID. My business. None of your business. Even if he's talking like that, he should be given his money order. But now we are in different times, gang. We are in different times. And yeah, this is that video that I was talking about. So Walmart got busted pretty badly. And about like 9 minutes into the video, you will see there was a difference of 50% reduction. The weight of the products was 50% less than advertised. Check out this video on the screen and I'll see you right there.